Top 10 prohibited foods. Regardless of whether you can eat 3 suppers every day, by 3 in the early evening, your stomach will get somewhat more unpleasant, and you risk being eager. What ends up making all the difference? A little food. However, what occurs if the goodie you reach turns into a taboo organic product? Coming up next is a rundown of tasty and sweet dishes that have been startlingly restricted in different spots. To discover the explanation, perused on number 10. Flamingos. Hot Cheetos. About 50 years prior, Cheetos were a lunchbox for some kids. However, until the 1990s, the Flamingo hot variation would support eateries regardless. While obviously delicious, the mainstream hot food was restricted in a few school locales in New Mexico, California and Illinois because of its poor dietary benefit and the potential result that guardians may fear. In view of the huge measure of red color in Flamingo hot Cheetos, they can cause the defecation of the individuals who eat in enormous amounts to turn red or orange, making undesirable visits by beguiling guardians who accept that authentic medication is a crisis. Number 09. Kinder Eggs. The Italian brand Ferraro is formerly the producer of a tidbit called Kinder Surprise, however is frequently alluded to as Kinder Eggs. The first Kinder Egg is made of milk chocolate and cream shell and has a plastic holder inside. There is a little toy in the compartment, which frequently comes in a few pieces that should be collected. Children love the remarkable blend of sweets and toys, and grown-up gatherers can keep the chocolate box and the toys, yet the U.S. Food, Drug Administration and Cosmetics Administration, FDA, was absolutely amazing. Kinder Eggs were permitted to be brought into Mexico and Canada, however were restricted in the United States. Why? Candy is a toy right now since it is illicit to contain a nutritious substance. The principles further express that the offer of any candy containing a toy or metal is denied because of worries about the danger of suffocation. Be that as it may, in mid-2017, Kinder Joy opened up in the United States, bundling chocolate and chalk independently. Number 08. Chocolate milk. In late 2019, the Tempe Elementary School District of Arizona prohibited guiltless food from their break rooms, chocolate milk. In doing as such, they moved to Washington, D.C., joined Rochester, New York, Minnesota and San Francisco. For Tempe's situation, the boycott was important for a bigger measure to diminish the measure of sugar and high-fructose corn syrup devoured by understudies. In spite of the fact that Arizona chocolate milk kibos didn't get critical, or was accounted for to be objections from guardians or understudies. The circumstance changed definitely for the New York City Department of Education, which additionally controlled against enhanced dairy items at that point. A few New York congressmen have communicated worry that the boycott could hurt dairy ranches. Number 07. French fries. As a move that turned into a significant component of the drive time DJ dialogue and night punchlines, Republican Bob Ney of the Republic of Ohio, at that point seat of the House Committee on Administration, was prohibited. Not a little dish but rather its name. French fries and toast were not sold or burned through at a house eatery. Yet, opportunity fries were fine. This was truly for representative political reasons. France would not uphold the battle in Iraq after 9/11. And Nye felt that eating French fries was not American. He had a point of reference that was as silly as this sound. During World War I, German names didn't exist in the United States, including Goa, renamed Free Cabbage, and German measles of autonomy. It was not until August 2006 that the French fries were in the chamber. Number 06. English Cadbury chocolate. Numerous Cadbury chocolate fans are baffled when purchasing a nibble in the US, taking note of that the taste is not quite the same as the genuine British Cadbury bars they know about. These folks don't consider things. Hershey, the chocolate Goliath, claims the rights to make and market Cadbury bars in the US, yet utilizes an unexpected formula in comparison to over the lake. The primary deviation is the principal fixing, US variant milk. American sugar. English chocolate likewise has a high-fat substance and no additives. Hershey has restricted the offer of British-made Cadbury chocolates in the US. Is forceful about ensuring their pitch and in any event, suing little shops that attempt to abstain from selling imported products. Despite the fact that Hershey is certainly not an administrative body, it has the privilege to seriously upset its authorizing arrangements, which implies that, shockingly for the Anglophiles, it has the ability to attempt to stop the offer of British items on American soil. Number 05. Cupcakes. Ever had a delightful dinner shrouded in cupcakes, particularly birthday cupcakes? Icing and shower. While not a historic commitment to the class, North Shore Elementary School in Knox County, Tennessee didn't forestall the 2016 boycott. A note was sent home to guardians to bring cupcakes for birthday events or other uncommon events or functions. Truth be told, Principal Brandon Brett went about as the food cop for anything kids bring from home, demanding that food should meet exacting calorie, sodium, sugar and fat rules, while guarding his standards. Notwithstanding medical problems, Brett referred to a horrible episode wherein a first-year understudy in control ate a bit of sweets and endured an anaphylactic stun because of a hypersensitivity. The school culture has changed fairly since the rules became effective. For instance, on Valentine's Day, understudies are urged to trade little things, for example, normal supplies, as opposed to customary sweets. Number 04. Milkshake. A large number of the bite restrictions on this rundown are of US inception, yet this is somewhat unique somehow. Police have requested a stop to the offer of milkshakes daily to explicit McDonald's in Edinburgh, Scotland. This was because of their area. As the Brexit campaigner Nigel Farage was coordinating an expensive food close to the setting of the function, he was to join in. Nonconformists realized they would assault individuals they couldn't help contradicting by drinking liquefied frozen yogurt. Tommy Robinson, a British political campaigner, who will return in a couple of days' time, became a web sensation after a 2019 video circulated around the web indicating a man pursuing McDonald's milkshake. Another focused on milkshake rocket assault scared law implementation authorities, and a sign held tight the entryway of a cafe close to the Farage Festival. "We are not selling milkshakes or frozen yogurt today around evening time." The explanation behind this is an ongoing police demand. Number 03. Soda. Obviously another became well known as a result of this tidbit boycott pop. From the last part of the 1800s to the mid-1900s, blue laws were passed in numerous states. The blue laws take on a strict frame and confine whatever may be considered corrupt. The offer of liquor on Sundays was a significant one. Yet another was the forbiddance of pop sucking on the Sabbath. It's not totally clear why, yet it's regularly connected with youngsters gathering at soft drink shops. These bite counters managed Root Brew Boy and frozen yogurt pop, which were made on a soft drink base and skimmed on top of the frozen yogurt. Abruptly, the business people required another, awful treat to stroll on Sundays. They changed to soft drink for syrup, and frozen yogurt was conceived on Sunday. Strangely, the spelling changed from Sunday to Sunday, and by then they were as famous as pop and sold out all week long. Number 02. Pizza. Pizza is a dish that can be a cut, and it relies upon whether you are going for a cut or a pie. Anything you to desire to call it. It has become an issue for inhabitants of the little Italian town of San Vitaliano. In 2015, the humble community was dominated by the degrees of smoke usually found in the enormous urban areas. The astonishing offender was resolved to be the wood stove used to fire the pizza. Organizations in the city were illegal to utilize ovens except if a unique channel was introduced. Pizza producers in San Vitaliano were insulted, saying their pies were not liable for air contamination. Mount Vesuvius, a generally torpid, yet not wiped out, fountain of liquid magma, is under 20 miles from San Vitaliano, so they may have a point. 9. Number 01 Popcorn. It's insane to consider individuals getting a charge out of a film on the big screen without the consistent H&RS of individuals continually bouncing on popcorn. Yet at one point snacks were prohibited in films. At the point when films initially opened, they screened quiet movies, which required a significant level of proficiency and pulled in current crowds who frequently dressed as though they were setting off to a conventional theater. This is reflected in the film houses themselves, which have restricted popcorn, including costly furnishings and rich covers that proprietors don't need in the eating region. With the creation of talkies, the way of life of watching motion pictures changed, thus did the films. The proprietors understood that they could make a colossal benefit selling popcorn in their entryway, so we presently partner Butter Snack with our #1 motion pictures for eternity.